Hello Aquarians and Crosswatchers, welcome to your video. So I am creating this video for you on January 8th, 2025, but if you're ahead of the US, it might be January 9th, 2025. Anyway, I've already said my prayers and I want to be the first to tell you all that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for sharing your time and your energy with me. I value you and the divine values you, and thank you so much for being here at our channel that I've created for us, Aquarius by Aquarius, and I'm your host, Colleen. So we're going to see what wants to come out here. I was guided to use the Shamanic Healing Oracle for messages, and I'm going to be closing out with the Ancestors deck, and I'm going to be using 2 tarot decks. All right, 9 card spread. I'm going to be using the Voyager Tarot and the Good Fortune Tarot. So let's see what wants to come out here. Hope you guys are having a great day, evening, morning, wherever you're at. I post 2 videos twice a day. All right. All right. We have sacred space, struggle, discernment, forgiveness, and psychic development. All right. What I get from this is you might be having some struggles where you're trying to achieve something or get beyond something, okay? These are the 2 that stick out to me at this moment. All right, sacred space, number 21, which turns to 3, 32, struggle, which turns to 5, okay? And I feel like you're trying to become more into your conscious self, all right? Now, sacred space is going to help with that. That's a place where you can be. It's a safe place. It's a place where you can go. You can sort of meditate or pray, all right? Be in some sort of solitude, or it's a sacred space. It's designated, kind of like this is designated for my readings here. It's my spiritual space. I also pray here as well. You know, this is like a salmon going upstream. This is my interpretation of it. And where is your sacred space? Now, it can also talk about your chakras as well, okay? It can even talk about elevating, going from the lower chakra, all right? Like we have here solar plexus color. And we have blue here with the throat chakra. Now I'm going to pull a couple of cards just to clarify that, because this is all going to pertain to your reading. Now we also have discernment, which is card number 6, and this is what's in the middle. And literally, if you put these together, it's like, okay, maybe it's a struggle to find some time or space to concentrate. And that doesn't mean like you're around people all the time. Sometimes you can just be completely alone, and the thoughts want to just take over and hijack your brain. So this may be a struggle for some people to find a sacred place, a place to just sort of be one, pray, meditate, connect, raise your consciousness even higher. So, and then we have forgiveness and psychic development. We have 23, which turns to 5. We have 32, so you could be seeing any of those numbers. They could be part of your birthday, part of your life path, but you could be seeing these numbers, and you could be seeing mirroring numbers, because we have 32 and 23. And then we have 5, there's change. We have psychic development. There's also a balance, okay? We have yin and yang. So I'm going to clarify to see what all of this exactly wants to say, but for me, it's about the heart chakra opening up. Because for forgiveness to happen, it kind of requires that, and also there's always a reward that comes after. And I'll give you a quick example. I had problems with a person in my past, okay? And this person had done many things against me, but I decided to forgive this person. I was really, I wasn't trying to force my ascension. This happened completely naturally. I was just tired of not being who I was. I'm generally a nice person, a calm person, a peaceful person, but being around a person who was always doing things against me, it brought out the worst in me. And I was not able to move away or get away from this person. And so I made a conscious decision, and this was before I ever started meditating or getting into Zen and learning that I had control of my own energy, and that I could literally, just tune out those energies. Even if I was near them, I could create my own sacred space within, okay? And this can talk about within. Maybe you'll make a sacred space at home like I have here, but maybe it's also saying, because this actually happened to me, I had to find a sacred space within myself, because I can't control who I'm going to be around. Because when you go out in public, you don't know. You could run into a person who's negative and you don't expect it, and you can't completely protect yourself from it because you're not expecting it. It just happens, like someone's rude, they say something rude. So I feel like if this is you, tell me about that sacred space. Yeah. And it's kind of like that. If you feel like there's a lot of energy against you, or the world can be against you, okay, stop and remember. Like this person's got their hand up. Stop and remember. You are in control of your energy. You can create this sacred space within you. Now, when I learned to forgive this person, not long after that, a reward came to me. I had a reward. I got a reward. I guess it was like showing me like a little benchmark, like, the divine is saying, good work, keep on going, right? Keep on going. Don't stop here. Keep on going. Keep forgiving. Keep loving, keep having an open heart. Continue to be yourself, okay? So if you're in that space, maybe my story will help, because, people can be cruel, people can be hard to get along with. You never know. And sometimes these people are family. Like I said, sometimes you can't get away from these people, but create a sacred space within. And I can see that. It's like protect yourself. Protect yourself from harmful energies. And it doesn't have to be anything to do with spell work. It could, but it's mostly what I'm seeing is just protect yourself, because you never know. There's always negativity around there. It's a form of self-care and self-love. Tell me about struggle. We have the devil in reverse, and it might be hard. It might be hard to get away from this toxic energies, lifestyle, even addictions, things that tempt us, you know what I mean? Like you're trying to save money to buy a car or a house or something really important, and you're sort of tempted. Oh, it's a nice pair of shoes. I really need that winter coat. It's like, oh gosh, I see this thing. It doesn't have to be clothing, but I see this thing and I need this thing in my life. Like I just need it. But meanwhile, that took from something else. That took from, that very important purchase that you're going to have to make down the line. Sometimes these things, these energies are even lower. Sometimes it's like, I'll give you an example. My deceased husband, he loved going to the flea market. And one time, he sacrificed a portion of the house payment to go. That led up being a very big mistake later on. So it's just like, if you're struggling, find a sacred space. But remember first, you are in charge of how you react. You are in charge, and you can control a lot of how you feel about something, even if it really bothers you and irks you. Because sometimes these things that we're being asked to forgive are unforgivable things. Rape, murder, great things that are very hard to forgive. And I'm not in any position to tell anybody what to do. but maybe it's a struggle for somebody here to be of the higher self, because there's so many other energies pulling and tugging for you to stay your lower self. Tell me about discernment. And it might take some time just to be alone without anybody. Two of Cups reverse. Be alone so that you can just think and contemplate. But maybe not think, because the mind is covered, the eyes are covered. Maybe just try to go on intuition. Just stop and think. I'm hearing Aretha Franklin saying, you better think. Think about what you're trying to do to me. You better think. You better think. Five of Pentacles in the upright, Temperance in the reverse, and the Fool. And it's going to take this. Some of you may be trying to literally think. Now, this is a Five of Pentacles, but I'm being drawn more to the image. Five of Pentacles is being in a place of suffering or lack. It's a struggle. Five of Pentacles is definitely a struggle energy. And sometimes Five of Pentacles is an energy where we struggle with others. Now, you see there's another person here. Times are hard. Temperance reverse. My mind ain't right. There's some new beginning here, or some direction that might be calling you or pulling you, or you feel that you're guided to go in a direction. And it's going to take some time to be with yourself, with the divine energy, and really put things into perspective. And we have forgiveness, and we have psychic development. Now, I feel this is the gift. The psychic development is the gift that comes from forgiveness, that comes from spending time alone, not being bothered. Tell me about forgiveness. It landed here on this discernment. We have Four of Wands. These two are living quite happily together under the same roof, or they're working quite happily together under the same roof. We also have divine feminine and divine masculine energy, and maybe there's going to be a situation where there's going to be somebody wanting forgiveness from you. And you're going to have to sit and think or feel it out, because we do have the mind covered. You know, maybe somebody has been holding back. Maybe somebody's been selfish. Four of Swords, healing. Maybe you're looking at something here. Or maybe it's another Aquarius. I have Aquarius, Taurus, Libra. I have Aquarius a lot here. And the Sagittarius, I have earth energy. I have fire energy. I have the devil, but you could be looking at somebody could be looking at you. Somebody could be, because somebody might be thinking here about greed. Somebody could have been holding back, but there's balance that's about ready to enter, because the Temperance can talk about balance as well. But for the forgiveness card, we have a Four of Swords, and that's healing. So someone may want to come forward who's been holding back. Someone may want forgiveness. And maybe just like in my story where I forgave somebody and then I received a reward, I feel like someone's reward is psychic development. Tell me about psychic development. Yes. We have Aquarius in the upright, and the Knight of Wands in the upright. So we have Sagittarius, Aquarius energy, but this is wish fulfillment. This is the star winking at the star. And I feel like somebody who's been inconsistent in your life, maybe a fire sign, doesn't have to be, but this Knight of Wands is an energy of, I don't come around and stay for whatever reason. Or maybe some of you are wanting your psychic abilities to come in and stay. Okay, I used to have this problem a lot. My psychic abilities used to start with dreaming. Then I'd get random information. Then I'd be shopping in a grocery store and I'd see a stranger and spirit would tell me something. I'd go up and tell that stranger. They'd look at me like I was a devil worshiper or out of my mind, because it was weird. It seemed like I was always getting messages about religious people to give to them. So maybe it was also a test for them. They had to use the discernment if I was coming from the Holy Spirit or from the devil, because I never met these people. But if there's something that you want to come in and stay, maybe you're wanting your third eye to open, maybe you're wanting your psychic abilities to stay, maybe you have them 25% or 50% of the time, maybe you don't, maybe you want that to stay on all the time. It's going to call for an wide open heart chakra. If anyone's ever seen Teresa Caputo, she's like very loving, okay? Like she's just very loving and very open. She reminds me of like a heart chakra wide open type of person, and she always has her psychic, she always has it, her clarity. But in order to have that wide open heart chakra, it calls for things to be forgiven, because if there's any sort of negativity in the heart, any like the pain and the resentment or anything there, that suppresses the psychic development. And I feel like that's what it is more than anything, that your psychic development wants to come in, but what's blocking it is the heart chakra. And what's blocking the heart chakra is there might be something that needs to be forgiven. We're going to get into your 9-card tarot spread. I'll put these here on the side. And it is hard to forgive some things. I know this. But the gift, the reward is greater. Much greater. My deceased brother-in-law was a minister, and when he was 18, his mother, no, he was younger than that, I think. He was like a teenager anyways, and his mother was unalived by, I'm not laughing, just because of the words we have to use on YouTube. She was unalived by a really bad man. This bad man went to jail, and her son was homeless, nowhere to live. Well, he was close to, I believe, being 18, and he went and traveled. He became a minister. I forget which religion or church, but he did that the rest of his life. And several years into it, he had to go and talk to a group of men in prison. And would you know, one of those men were the ones that unalived his mother. And to do what he did, it took a great amount of forgiveness. Now, he had already forgiven that person, but he never knew he was going to see that person again. And, maybe there's a person you've already forgiven, and you're going to see this person, and it might, I'm not saying it's going to be a test, but how do we know he wasn't being tested by God to see if he'd really forgiven, to see if any feelings stirred up? But he had told that man that he knew who he was, and that he had forgiven him a long, long time ago. So you might be seeing a person that you have already forgiven, that you've already forgiven and let go of and didn't expect to see them. And that might be the final thing of opening, that heart chakra open, wide open, and then your abilities come in. Because the high priestess is here. This high priestess is, has a lot of secret knowledge. This secret knowledge is from the divine. It's a very spiritual card. All right, enough storytelling. And we have the Five of Worlds. And that did come out. I see the Empress here. Six of Crystals. Yeah. I see Strength. I see Leo. I see Virgo, Pisces. I see Taurus and Libra. I see Air energy, which represents all air. I see Cups, which represents all water. I see the Sun, which is Leo. Tell me about Strength. Ace of Cups. There is somebody who's done you nasty. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse. And the Page of Cups is next to that. And the Ace of Cups is here. You got the short end of the stick on something, and it has to do with a close connection. But I feel someone's thinking about this. I think you're about ready to see somebody who you have forgiven, but they want forgiveness. I think they want to apologize. I think they want to talk to you. This Seven of Swords is in the past. It's already happened. Could be a Leo. Doesn't have to be a Leo, because this is Strength here. And I feel someone's building up the courage to come and talk to you. I feel like you've already forgiven them, but they're going to want forgiveness from you. Tell me about the Two of Cups reverse. This is, being alone, not being around this person. Landed on the Ten of Worlds. We got the Ace of Wands reverse. There's a person who seems like, because it landed on the Ten of Worlds, is a person who maybe wants to create, or be in your life. All right, for a good long time, maybe the rest of your life. The Ten of Worlds. Trying to build up the courage to come forward, to speak, to message, to say something, to apologize. Tell me about the Empress. The Empress is divine feminine. The Empress is the mother. The Empress is these literal signs that I named off. Libra, Taurus. But we have the Sun here, and we have Virgo, we have Leo. But we have a person thinking about something here. And it has to do with happiness, or maybe it has to do with the struggle. I think somebody cut you off, is what I think, because Knight of Swords, Gemini energy, Aquarius energy, doesn't have to be these signs, but it is like, I cut off this energy real quick. And now I'm thinking about this, and it has to do with the new beginning here. All right. I do feel, I don't like the word test. I'm not seeing any cards that show that. Like, I'm not seeing karma or I'm not seeing justice or judgment or any of that stuff. I just can't think of another word, guys. But I just feel like you're going to see a person that you have forgiven. They don't know you have forgiven them. And I feel that it's going to open up a whole new beginning for you. Oh, this was down here. This was supposed to go to the Empress. It's going to open up a whole new beginning, okay? That's when you're going to receive. You forgive a person, and you receive the gift of intuition, which is right here. It's coming up in the next row. So you're in the energy to receive this. It's going to open up a whole new journey for you. A whole new journey. Tell me about the High Priestess card. Landed on this Two of Cups reverse. Now the Empress is here in reverse. I really feel And it's not because it's punishment, okay? Spirits tell me it's not because it's punishment. It's because in order to receive this sacred knowledge, it's going to really require an open heart chakra. The Empress is representing to receive. Again, I feel like you've already forgiven this person. But I feel like this person's about ready to make their way back. Two of Wands reverse. You know? We have a cycle that closes, a door that closes, a door that opens. But this is a door to your success. There may be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in. Okay, this is a person that might have cut you off. Tell me about the Nine of Cups in the reverse. You got the Devil, and that's the heart of the reading, Capricorn energy, but the Nine of Cups. Somebody really wants to come in, but somebody is really was not in their highest self. But I feel like it's a card more about, yeah, obsessed. Someone's really obsessed with coming in here, all right? The Devil card. This could be a person who has picked the road of temptation. This could be a person who rejected you, Seven of Swords you, sabotaged this. But this is a person who either wakes up thinking about it, or you're like the last thought on their mind. Thinking about just sort of not resisting, coming in and talking here. I feel more that they're obsessed with it with the Devil card, or it was their temptations that kept them away from you. Two of Wands in the reverse is like a return for me. It's one of my return cards. Tell me about that. Yeah. Chariot. I don't channel these stories because of coincidence. It's spirit literally shows me, puts the imprint in my mind of the story to share. Tell me about the Sun in reverse. It's Leo energy, Aquarius in the reverse, Justice in the reverse. You got a person coming in who, and this could be a test card, but you got a person coming in who I feel like you just never thought there would be balance or justice. I just never thought you never thought you'd see them again. Okay? And this is a card that can represent a test. It's karma, okay? And it's more about balancing karma, especially with the Temperance card that wanted to come out. It's more about balancing karma than it is about a test. And it's going to determine some fate for you for a very long time. And that fate, I believe, is your psychic intuition, your psychic abilities. Tell me about the Ten of Worlds. Yeah, okay. I saw that come out in the reverse. The Knight of Wands came out in the reverse. Yeah. There's the Four of Cups, Seven of Cups, and there it is. There's your psychic abilities with that Queen of Cups. The Ten of Worlds is clarified by a Tower. This person may come in and ask for forgiveness at the worst possible time with the Tower. The worst possible time. I don't know who's going through a Tower. Okay? The Tower could be you, the Tower could be them, but somebody comes in at the worst possible time. Tell me about that Tower. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords reverse. Someone comes in after a Tower moment, okay? It could be after an Aries, Leo, Sag leaves their life, or it could be they just have, something's going on. It seems like that's when you're going to be called to ask to forgive. And it seems like, depending on whether you forgive or not, it's your choice. It's up here, hasn't been made yet. It's all in the reverse. But it looks like that's when karma gets balanced between you and this person, and it looks like your psychic abilities develop. And if you already have them, they get more keen and more stronger, and they stay. They're not in and out. You know what I mean? You have a lot more clarity. Tell me about that Six of Crystals. And I fell in the car. I fell in the car. Listen at me. Maybe something has dropped in the car. If you're listening in the car. Page of Cups. This Six of Crystals is reversed. That means someone's stuck thinking, okay? And we have the Six of Cups on the bottom. There's someone thinking about what to say, how to say it, how to apologize, but more or less, how to speak from the heart. Someone is going through this right now. And then we have we have the Lovers, okay, card number 6 in the tarot, and it talks about a decision. And we have the Moon here, so we have Pisces, Gemini energy, but someone is really in their emotions. They're thinking about what to come in, when to come in, what to say. And somebody experiences a Tower, but it looks pretty clear that you're going to be the one asked or observed about forgiveness. You're going to be the one observing or being asked, okay, asked if you're going to forgive them, because Aquarius is in the reverse. This person is really, Aquarius is in the reverse up here when it comes to this decision, but you're in the upright over here as in receiving the gift. So it looks like if this is your reading, and if you are able to forgive, your heart chakra opens wide up. But I feel you've already forgiven this person because it's over here. This person doesn't know that you forgive them, and that's going to be the final test, is when it goes from your lips to their ears. Yes, I forgive you. It's okay. I'm not holding a grudge. And then that is just like more confirmation, because this person's energy is not going to hold you back, because all of their thoughts about what happened it's got to pull on your energy some kind of way. That's going to be released. You see what I'm saying? That's going to be balanced out. It's going to be released. And you're just, some psychic abilities are just going to come in. They're going to flow from you. You're just going to know stuff. You're going to be in the knowing more than the thinking and wanting to know. You're going to be in the knowing. So let's close out with an oracle card. Sorry if this reading was too long. Didn't mean for it to be. It says open to love, relationship, passion, fulfillment. I think that's, open to love is that heart chakra. And I feel like fulfillment is going to be your destiny here. Awaken your inner shaman. Awoke, invoke, connect, heal. This is your knowing, I'm telling you. And it says move your body. I think that also has a lot to do with awakenings and moving energy, okay? But raising your frequency, raising your vibration. All right, cleansing your aura, salt water. I talked about that the other day. You have some gifts coming in, and you have somebody who's going to want forgiveness. I don't think it's going to be hard. I really feel you have forgiven this person. It shows up over here. If this is your reading anyway. If this is your reading. Anyway, guys, I love you. Thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my friends.